Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to answer the question, is this a good time to buy a new build? All right, welcome back everyone to my channel. Today we are going to have another episode. First of all, we are going to talk about the market condition. I'm going to give you some of the data of the real estate market in Phoenix nowadays. And I'm going to answer based on those data information. I'm going to answer the most asked question right now this week is this a good time to buy a new build? The reason why is that a lot of builders are now offering a lot of incentive. Somewhere could be going from like 4% interest rate, 5% interest rate, which is crazily high. I mean, crazily low compared to the market interest rate. Or sometimes they even offer $40,000, $50,000 offer in incentive so that you can use in closing costs and upgrade and things like that. So, but is this a good time to buy? So let's first look in at the information that I have for you right now. All right, so this is right here the chart. This is the percentage of home sales by intended use. In other words, we are going to looking at okay, what is the portion of people buying houses right now for sale to live in, and what is the portion of people buying right now to invest, right? Now this is so first of all, we can see that this is the in 2022 right here. This is the Q3 of 2022. The blue bar right here is the primary home. Okay, they don't buy the house as a primary home. So as you see here, is dropped. It is actually increased from 62% to 70% of the buyers on the market right now are looking to buy a home for them to live as a primary home, right? The blue, right, the light blue color here is for the second home. The pink is for investor, and the red bar is for the iBuyers. Those are the company, for example, Open Door, OfferPad, are those in red right here. Overall, as you see that all type of investment, second home I would consider as an investment home as well, because sometimes they may be able to rent those property also. So everything in regarding to investment home has the dropping trend, right? So people are not very encouragement to do investment right now on the market. And as a matter of fact, for that reason, the number of home buyers on the market right now buying a houses for as a primary home increase about 8%. Okay, to other buyers, that means a less competition, to the primary home buyer, right? That means there are less competition for you on the market right now, right? You don't have, in other words, you don't have to competing with with the investor, because the investor whoever have a lot of cash in hand or they have a really good loan program, they are backing out the market at this time. So if you are the regular buyers, if you are looking for a home to stay as a primary home, this is really good because you don't have to competing with those investors. Back in 2020 and 2021, one of the reasons why the price goes so high is because a lot of iBuyers, a lot of investors, they want to acquire property and they have cash. Therefore, they are more than freely to increase the purchase price, to up the purchase price. Therefore, it's keep going higher and higher crazily. Okay, right now we don't have that situation. We have less investor on the market right now compared to 2021 and 2022. I'm sorry, 2021 and 2020. But you don't have a lot of competition. Okay, that is a great opportunity for the buyers to come in before those investors jump back in. And I don't, to be honest, I don't understand the reason why the investor don't buy right now. I mean, obviously there's some people buying right now, right? Some investor buying right now. As long as you are able to find a deal, the property that is a good deal for you. Okay. To the seller, buyers are buying for the primary home right now by looking at the charts right here, right? A lot of buyers on the market right now are buying the house for a place for them for their family to stay. right? So you have to be a little bit patient with them, because the regular buyers, they normally take a really long time to make the decision unless they have a rush to do so. For example, 2020 and 2021, a lot of buyers buy, even though they buy it as a primary home, they have to rush, otherwise other people are gonna take that house, right? But right now they're gonna take time. They're gonna mainly focus on looking at the option that is best fit for their family. So be patient, the seller. Please be patient with the buyers right now, right? Because they're gonna take time to look at the properties and get your house ready, price it right, emphasize the most important feature of your house to the buyers, so that they can see it right away when they walk into your property, and they should be able to see it and use it as a reason for them to buy. Okay, so that is the most important. That's very important for the seller, and in fact, it is a critical factor for the seller nowadays market to help them sell their house, because there's a lot of options out there on the market. So if you don't do it, if you don't emphasize the feature of the house, if you don't show the reason why the buyer should buy your house, and if you don't price your house correctly, the buyer is gonna take away, turn around, and they're not gonna consider that. Now, when I say you, that means you and the listing agent, of course, because brainstorming the idea with them to best suit for your property situation, okay, and then help that sell. The other information that I want to share on the market is now talking about the iBuyers. Why are they so low in terms of transaction number? Is mainly, this is one of the example. This is an Opendoor listing count by status. Okay, the blue bar is active and under contract, and as you can see, obviously since May and June of 2022, there is a big drop in terms of active contract. Active listing on the market, right? That's good for them. However, it's not good enough, because they still have about 1432 property active on the market. That's a lot. And in this market right here, they want to keep somewhere around 400 properties. Otherwise, it's way too much for them to manage. It's way too much cost for them. And who knows, it could take in forever. Now, to reduce from 1400 to all the way to 400, obviously you see that it's going to be a really long trend for them to do so. It's really long time for them to do so. Maybe sometime around April or May of next year, right? It's a very long time. Hopefully next year, because it could be, because from 400, which is about April, to now is November, is 6-month period. So I don't know, it could be somewhere around another 6 months before they can go down to 400, assuming that they don't have any new property on the market. Okay, so why do I say that? They are easy to schedule. First of all, those properties are super easy to schedule. Okay, so if you find the right property, jump in right away. Okay, and they should more open to negotiate with you in terms of terms and condition. Now, when I say terms and condition, that includes a lot of things, right? Not only just price, but also closing date, inspection, negotiation, a lot of things that including in the terms and negotiation. But obviously, because they have tremendous amount of active listing on the market right now, they are, when I say they are actually represent one seller, right? Opendoor is one company. That company should be more like willing to negotiate with you to make the terms and conditions that fit your need. Okay, however, though, please be aware of this. Okay, one thing to notice, they are not gonna go crazily on dropping the price. So if, for example, there is a house listing at 400 and you start asking at 200, for example, you could, right? As a buyer, you could offer any price that you want. However, though, the chance, we're talking about the probability that you get accepted is very low, because they also want to minimize the loss as much as possible as well. So in that situation, we have to sit down, looking at how long the property already on the market, a specific property already on the market, and what is the reasonable amount of purchase price and reasonable amount inspection period to be able to win, to create a win-win situation for both, right? If you're going crazily on the offer price and forget about all other terms and conditions, then they don't have any win. They don't have any win. Therefore, they will less likely to accept your offer. Okay, so that is just a note. Even though they are willing, more open to negotiate nowadays, whatever the properties that I show belong to Opendoor, I got a phone call immediately from the listing agent asking about the properties, any opinion. I also receive a text message. I also receive an emails multiple times. So that shows that they really want to sell their house. Okay, so they're willing to they are open for negotiation, but as long as it is reasonable, acceptable, create the win-win situation for both parties. Okay. Last but not least, okay, so this is the time that we've been waiting. I'm gonna talk about the median sale price of the resale homes. Those are the homes that listed by a homeowner on the market, okay, and then the new build, okay, and then overall for the entire Phoenix market. Okay, as you see here, all of those should be multiplied by 1,000. Okay, I don't have enough room for my art, therefore I've only put some number here. Some people may think, oh my god, that is only 447 for a house. No, the median sale price of the resale house is 447,000 in October 2022. Okay, so that is the median sale price for the resale home. For the new build, that's actually 529 median sale price for the new build. And then overall is including both resale and new build, that is 470,000. Okay, so as you see here, now I understand that there's a lot of buyers and there's a lot of builder, new build construction, new builder, right? They're offering a very nice incentive program, including the 3%, the 4% interest rate for the buyers that purchase their property right now on the market. Okay, and then for some of the builder even offer, as I told you earlier, $40,000, $50,000 in terms of incentive for the buyers to use toward the closing cost or any option upgrade. Okay, now however though, there are two things that you have to notice. Number one is those properties, to be able to qualify for those special program, they have to close within a certain timeline. Maybe it's in November or December. Most of the property I saw is they have to close within December timeframe. Okay, because they want to get rid of those property before the end of the day, before the end of the year. Number two, you have to be a good creditor. You have to have a good credit scores to be able to get those special programs. Okay, now those are very good, right? Incentive. But if you're looking at this, obviously you see there's a big difference. Okay, there's a big difference in median sale price between the new build and the resale. Okay, that is actually about $80,000 difference. Okay, $80,000 different in terms of the median sale price of the resale and the new build. So is that worth it? Okay, there's two things to know. Number one, first of all, the resale here, okay, the resale number here, $447,000, is still up 6% compared to October of 2021. All right, so that's the first thing, not very related to the topic today, but I just want to emphasize that because it's important. Because a lot of people are thinking that the housing market right now going crazily down. Okay, it's not. Well, when you compare to May of 2022, yes, obviously that is the highest price point that we have. Okay, so that the 447 gonna be lower than that May of 2022. However, when you compare to a longer term, for example, October, a year time frame, you're gonna still see an increase of 6.5% compared to October of last year. Right, that's number one. Number two, the median, as I told you, the median sale price of the new build is now about $80,000 more than the resale house. So is that worth it for all the incentives that they offer? Is that worth it for all the $40,000, $50,000 upgrade that they give to you? Okay, so that's really depend on what you need in that situation, right? And I would encourage you to do an analysis pros and cons analysis before going under contract with any builders. Okay, looking at all before you go to the new build, look at some other available option in the resale market in the adjacent area as well. You may have had you could have the same similar, if not the same incentive in terms of price for the same right, if not higher, right? Because the median sale price is one thing, and then you can also negotiate further down, right? Negotiate further down for the closing cost support from the seller, right? You can also have more inspection power as well, inspection negotiation as well, because for the new build you cannot do those. Okay, whatever the program they have is what they offer. Okay, so looking at some other options in the resale market, I know that the new build is always better, right? But $80,000 is a lot of money as well. So look at those options very carefully. Do maybe perhaps research a couple of properties in the adjacent area to see whether it is a better option for you or not. All right. So that is all I have for today, Michael. So to answer the question, is it a good time to buy a new build? Yes and no, right? It really depends on the situation. So looking at your situation specifically and determine whether it is a good financial, because there is always the pros and cons. The pros, I already told you, special program, special discount program. The cons, you generally have to pay higher price for the new build in today's market. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me know if you have any question. My number is right below, 602-515-2442. Thank you. Bye-bye.